Alright guys, so going to be doing a little bit of a more fun one this time. I've been thinking about music and stuff a lot here, and I've got some other lists written down, but I kind of want to show some things off for those. So we'll see. We'll see if I do or what we've got. But this one here, just kind of want to talk about my top 5 songs. Not set in stone, subject to change, probably forgetting something, but just gonna kind of list them off, talk about how I found out about them, and yeah, so just gonna go ahead and get into it. It's not in official order, but it's kind of in a half-ass order, right? Like I said, I wrote them down. I'm getting tired. Brain's getting fucking mushed. And we're going like 5 to 1, right? So think of it like that. Number 5 would be Christ Raping Black Metal by Marduk, right? It's on the Panzer Division Marduk album, which I know a lot of people consider that to be their best and stuff like that, and it is pretty fucking good. I really like Opus Nocturne and Heaven Shall Burn, and Those of the Unlight probably better, um, especially Those of the Unlight, even though Legion I think is the best vocalist. But that album's really fucking great, and it's a tie, and I change it all the fucking time. And I'm only doing one song per band. You ask me tomorrow, and instead of Christ Raping, I'm probably gonna say Wolves by Marduk, right? But I like the live version of Wolves a little bit better, right? Because I was playing a little bit faster live, right? That's my only thing about Wolves on the album is a little bit slow, but I didn't want to include any live stuff here on this, just to try to keep it a little bit more simplistic here, right? But Cross Rape and Black Metal's, it's great. I was listening to it today on my way home from town and shit like that. Well, the album in of itself, but especially turn that one up and stuff. It's really fucking good. Pissing off the normies and everything, which is great. And like I say, Marduk's something that I've been aware of for many, many, many years. But it wasn't until the past few years that I really started to appreciate him, because I typically like my black metal a little bit more ambient, but every now and again I need just that more like fast paced. That was stupid as fuck to do, but you know what I'm saying, like just fast paced, just fucking crazy blasting and everything like that. And as far as that goes, nobody has like Marduk, so they're fucking great. Yeah, so number 4 is going to be Twilight of the Gods by Bathory. It's on the album with the same name and stuff like that. I like how long it is. I love the little bass solo. I love the kind of shit that it does. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, you know what I'm saying? It's like the song flows like that. I wasn't trying to do the fucking, you know what I'm saying? But the song just flows like that. So, with Bathory, one of my absolute favorite bands and have been for, well, ever since I started getting into extreme metal and everything and stuff. While I really like their black metal albums and stuff as well, I honestly really like their fucking Viking metal stuff, right? Um, like the Blood, Fire, Death, Onward, and stuff like that. A little bit. Didn't care for the 2 like thrashy records and stuff. Requiem and whatever the fuck the other one was called. I can't remember. Yeah. I only ever listened to them a time or two. I need to go back and check them out again, see if I like them now. But excuse me. But I love Bathory. I like the Nordlands. I like all the shit, right? I love the Viking metal. I think it's fucking great. Uh, Basically, all of it, other than thrash records. But even then, I'd probably like it. It's just what it is I hold Bathory on such a fucking high scale that realistically, if I were to go back and listen to those couple records and stuff, I'd probably vibe with them if I went into it thinking, oh, What if this was a band I just never heard of before? I'd be like, oh, this is pretty fucking good, right? But just because I hold Bathory in such high fucking regard, you know what I'm saying? Um, would be that. But Twilight of the Gods, fucking love it. I'll never forget the first time I ever listened to it. I was sitting on my parents' back porch, like kind of, kind of at night. And they had like it wasn't a swing, but a glider, I guess they call it, and just sitting there, just fucking rocking to it. You know what I'm saying? As it's kind of doing that, you know. So, uh, good shit, good shit. I like me some long songs every now and again. In fact, most of these probably are. Uh, Next is going to be Wolves of Blood and Iron by Satanic War Master. And mind you guys, it's so hard to pick songs because I'm an album person, obviously, on a lot of stuff. Um, but these are some of the ones that do stand out to me. So, but yeah, uh, realistically, I could have went and picked either Wolves of Blood and Iron or Black Metal Commando easily, and like I say, it's just. But then again, it's like I start thinking, it's like, oh, I really like this one. I really like this one. You know what I'm saying? You can keep going, especially with band like Satanic War Master and stuff like that. They have so much, or Werewolf, anyways, has so much fun good music. But the Wolves of Blood and Iron is just really fucking good. It's just kind of in your face, pissing off the norm. It's just good shit, right? I got into Satanic War Master probably about 12 years ago. I remember getting into them and into Drowning the Light at the same time. Quite different, but Drowning the Light does have a couple of more Satanic War Mastery sounding songs, like Drinking the Sacrament of Eternity, which if I had to pick a number 6, I'm not reusing bands, that would probably be number 6. I don't know if I could put. See, I really love Goat Moon. But the problem is that it's so hard to pick a song because whole albums are like bangers and stuff like that. But they're all kind of good in their own individual way. Like it just, you know what I'm saying. But anyways, yeah, Satanic War Master is one of my all-time favorite bands. You know, some of my favorite albums, and I'm probably not going to pronounce it right, but a lot of people recommend the Cerulean Satanist Madness um, album. Well, I'd probably agree, but also the Black Metal Commando Gas Chamber, like split compilation thing, whatever the fuck it is, really, um, is really good as well. Um, but this ain't about albums; it's about songs. So, Wolves of Blood and Iron, put that on anytime, and I'm just in the mood. It's fucking great, right? So then, the next one, big poser moment here, is going to be Kratz. I'm pronouncing that correctly as well, by Grausom Kai. Sadly, just to be completely honest, I was totally unaware of Grausom Kai until it came across on TikTok. And which, mind you guys, I'm not on there a whole lot. Um, but I'm usually on there for a minute or two and I try to find something. And then, you know, you see all the black metal stupid videos and stuff like that, right? But anyways, learned them through TikTok, so I wasn't aware of them before that. Regrettably, pose or whatever. But at the end of the day, who gives a fuck? Like, I really like it. I think Kratz is a wonderful fucking song. I mean, probably one of the worst fan bases in black metal, but that song is just crazy fucking good. I love shit like that. And put on any time. It's the most recently discovered song, or just band in general, or artist, I should say, in general, that I really like. Discovered that a couple years ago, and have since went and listened to a lot of the projects and demos and stuff like that, and it's all so fucking good. I love it. Um, but I done been into black metal for like a little over a decade before I heard it, and I don't know why. I just never heard it. I just never heard Growlsome Cat. Again, there for a long time with black metal though. I was more into like the DSBM side of it, and I mentioned it before. I can't fuck with that stuff a whole lot anymore because music is magic. You know, it kind of puts you in that mind state. I gotta have that kind of like not so somber stuff all the time. That's why Drown the Lights kind of fell down the list a little bit, even though I just absolutely love the music, respect fuck out. It will still be in my top 10 bands and everything, right? But a lot of stuff's a little bit more on the melancholy side. Definitely got inspiration from Growlsome Kite though, after hearing Growlsome Kite and then hearing Drowning the Light and stuff like that, especially on The Longing, the first record and stuff of Drown the Light. But yeah, Kratz is so fucking good. You've probably heard it, especially if you're younger or you've been on the internet for a while or whatever the fuck, right? But if you haven't, it's Kratz. I do believe how it's spelled. It's German. By Growlsome Kite. So I'm not gonna try to spell that off the top of my head. I'm not the best speller, guys. To be honest with y'all. So, but yeah, check that shit out if you haven't. Number one, call it normie shit. I don't give a fuck. Burzum was, and it's a Burzum song. It's a Dunkelheit, and that song is still, as of today, and for many, 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 many years, has been my favorite song. Um, so fucking good. I love Burzum. Probably my favorite band. Um, I mean, they've kind of always been in the top three ever since I first got into black metal again. Whenever I was like 13 or whatever the fuck. Um, it's just so fucking good. Um, and really, it's hard to pick a song, but just that one's kind of like, I guess, the more infamous one and stuff like that. So it's kind of why it stands out. And just as soon as it winds up there for a second, then it fucking hits you. Just, it's like, damn, you know what fucking time it is, bro. You know, just good ass shit. I guess everybody knows it's off the Philosophem album. Again, been in this shit forever. Can't pronounce shit. Redneck accent. I mean, what are you gonna do? But yeah, Dunkelheit's good as fuck. Burzum's good as fuck. I even like the fucking dark ambient records. Um, I even like the newer Thulean mysteries and shit like that, everything like that. Everything Varg's done, I fuck with. Uh, there's about two musicians that really stick out to me. Varg is number one. Uh, Number two is Yoshiki from X Japan. I just love the fucking drumming that he does on the upbeat songs, the faster paced ones, which are basically the Overkill Motorhead shit, but just done like 10 times better. Um, they say he's like the Metallica fucking Japanese music though, or of Japan and stuff like that. He's like asshole, coffee right, fucking just bullshit all the time, thinks he's better than what he is and stuff like that. And yeah, whatever. That's why I try to stay away from like X Japan like bullshit and just listen to like the demos and the like live recordings and stuff like basically Blue Blood's back, with the exception of the live recordings and stuff. This is typically what I fuck with and stuff like that. But probably my two favorite musicians and stuff like that. Um, I do play drums as much as I need to or like to, but um, it is my instrument of choice, and the X Japan drumming is the shit. But as far as just all around musician, it's got to be Varg. Um, and yeah, Dunkelheit, favorite song. Goat as fuck. But yeah, so you guys have any similar interest in music or taste, I should say, or anything like that? Like, say, holla in the comments, stuff like that. We'll talk about it. But, or if you got any music recommendations, fuck, I'd love to hear some shit that You know what I'm saying? Even if it's like not metal related or whatever, I'll check it out. I'll give my honest opinion. I mean, if I like it or I don't, let you know. But I'm not trying to farm for comments or anything like that. I just genuinely love talking about music and stuff. But yeah, anyways, if y'all watch this all the way through, appreciate it and hope you have a good